Welcome to Career Pro Tips by Life in the Green Room. Career Pro Tips is a weekly video series where we dive into a topic all about how you can take ownership of your career. Then we provide action-oriented tips, tools, tactics, or strategies that you can apply right away to start driving your career forward. Life in the Green Room is all about helping busy professionals who know they want more out of their career. We provide them with tools, strategies, things that they can take ownership with to start making the moves that they want to. My name is Heather Green McLinn, and I'm the Vice President of Marketing at a Fortune 500 company. I've used these tools as I've progressed through my career, and I've seen my team, my peers, my colleagues use them too. I know they will help you start to take ownership of your career. This is episode number 25 of Career Pro Tips, and this is all about gratitude. So this week is Thanksgiving here in the US, and so often we talk about gratitude and being thankful when it comes time to think about celebrating the Thanksgiving holiday. I want to challenge you to do some of those similar exercises, but to do them from the perspective of your career and your work. And so most of the time when people list what they're grateful for, they talk about their health and their family and their friends, and all those things are amazing, and I want you to feel lots of gratitude for those. But I want to challenge you to turn that around and to do a few different exercises about your career and what you're grateful and what you're thankful for. So the high level stuff that everyone usually starts with are things like, well, I'm thankful that I have a job, and I'm thankful that I get paid regularly, and I'm thankful for the stability and certain things like that. And by all means, include those on your list because they are absolutely some of the foundational benefits of having a job and working in your career. But the next level I want you to think about is some of the things that you are truly grateful for. And so there you're going to think about what you've learned over the years, or the assignments, or the projects you've completed, or the accomplishments that you've had, the team that you got to work with, all those types of things. And really try to make yourself a list of at least 10 of those things. And if you're really getting into this exercise, I challenge you to do a gratitude list for a week. So I have been doing this as a combination of my personal work life, my whole life, for the past 5 or 6 months. And so I try to, before I go to bed, each night to write down at least 10 things that I'm grateful for. Now, I don't do it every night, I'm not perfect, but I'm working on it. And in order to do it every single night, I have to get a layer beyond I'm grateful for my health, and I'm grateful for my family and my job, because you run out of things right away that are that much magnitude. So I like to really focus on the small things. So I might say, oh, I'm grateful that there was a beautiful sunrise, or that my son gave me this awesome hug when I picked him up at school, or that I got to work on a really good project at work, or I got a nice email, or I got something big off my plate. And so you have to be able to look at the big things and the small things. So I would challenge you to think about your work and make a list of the things that you're grateful for that are kind of bigger, like the assignments and the big projects and what you're proud of, but then go to the next level and look each day for things that you're grateful for. Did you have a meeting that went really well, or something got negotiated faster than you thought it was going to, or somebody came through with some data early and so then you didn't have to race at the last minute to turn a project in? Have you learned a really new skill, a really great new skill? You should be grateful for that. So push yourself for at least a week to try to come up with 10 things that you're grateful for. I think you'll start to look for them at work, and you'll start to realize that there's a lot there. And the last part of my gratitude challenge for work is to find meaning in stuff. So often it's easy to talk about what's tough about work, because let's be honest, it's tough sometimes. Everyone's being asked to do more with less, and do it faster and do it better, and there's information coming at you from every different direction, and so sometimes it's easy to get into that mode. And so my last challenge would be, in the stuff that's tough, to take a minute and really try to find what's meaningful in it. Are you going to come out of the other side so much better because you have a deep understanding of a certain part of a project? Are you learning how to deal with somebody or some people who are challenging, and that's a skill that you can apply forever in your career going forward? Are you figuring out how to work with a big group of people that all have different objectives? All those things can be really tough at the time, but there can be a lot of meaning in them going forward. And this can apply to things that are even tougher than what I just mentioned. If you've lost a job, or you had to lay somebody off, or all those things that are tough, if you take a minute and think about it, you can probably find some meaning in those as well. So I hope that everyone is taking some time to really feel gratitude and thankful this week, and I challenge you to think about it from your work perspective and figure out what you're grateful for at a high level, what you're learning, and a gratitude practice, and try to find meaning in some of the stuff that's even a little bit tougher. I would love to know what you're grateful for from your career and from your work. Until next week, here's to owning your career journey.